Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store, we've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
Your favorite radio just got bigger, bolder, and better connected. Live the Dream Media is revolutionizing how you stay tuned in. With our explosive growth in online radio and our brand new mobile app, your entertainment goes wherever you do. Stream your favorite shows, discover new hits, and connect with audiences across the digital landscape, all at your fingertips. Advertisers, don't miss out. Join our expanding digital network and reach engaged listeners across platforms. Download the Live the Dream Media app today and experience radio reimagined.
Thank you for tuning in to the Live the Dream Media Network. We've got an incredible slate of live podcasts waiting for you every week right here on our app. Get your morning started right with Wake Up, hosted by Christopher DeSimone, airing Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. The momentum continues every Monday morning at 9 with the Marana and Oro Valley Experience, hosted by David Samorano and Clint Peak, followed by Truth and Tell with Blair Lametti and Summer Smeaton at 10:30 a.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, join us at 9 a.m. for Southwest Flavor, and don't miss Sobriety, Spirituality, and Sales every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m., Bruce Ash brings you...
Good morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Thursday to everyone. We have a fantastic show for you today. My good friend, Dr. Joe Utash, is co-hosting with me today.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here. Thursday, got a little cloud cover. Man, it is beautiful out there.
I know. I'm supposed to work outside all day tomorrow. And today it's cloud cover. Tomorrow there's not going to be a cloud in the sky.
No, you get a nice little tan tomorrow.
Yeah. So, and our guest today is Ron Kirk from Arcadia Landscape and our new sponsor.
Thank
Welcome.
you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Ron. Ron squared today.
Two Rons don't make it right.
2 runs don't make it right. That's
I like
right.
that. I
Yeah.
like that.
You stole that from me. I told your office lady that
Hey,
last
it's a
week.
registered trademark. Yeah, sorry. Sue me.
That's okay. I'll let you get away with it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, Ron, tell us a little bit about yourself and about Arcadia.
Well, my name's Ron Kirk. I own Arcadia Landscape. Been doing landscaping for 30 plus years. Started in East Texas. And now we've taken over Arcadia. Arcadia's been around since 1983. 40 plus years, and we have grown it from almost nothing to now we're like the third largest landscape company in Tucson.
Oh, okay.
Family owned, that is.
Yes. And that's important.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Stay away from the corporates.
Yeah, local and family owned.
That's right.
And, I mean, just like with the plumbing and air conditioning companies, a lot of those corporate companies say that they're still family owned, but they're not.
No, they're not. You need to do your homework on them. You need to investigate it. You need to find out if they are actually family owned and operated. So if you do your homework, you'll know for a fact. With me, I tell people all the time, if you want to know if we're family owned, come in my office. I'll show you all the documents you need. We have a Facebook posting, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram that explains the difference between family owned and corporate.
So let's talk about that. I mean, we're all business owners here. So
Right.
Yes.
what is the advantage to our fellow Tucson brethren here of going with a company that's locally owned, that's family owned?
I think the difference is that family-owned operated companies will put back into their community.
Exactly.
You know, like with us, we help with the Ron McDonald Walk. It was over at U of A. Now it's at Keno Sports Park. So we do that every year to help with the kids. We did the Christmas Parade of Lights. So that money that you pay to join that goes back into the city of Tucson. I've been part of the Red Sleigh Tour Run for 19 years. This coming December, be 20. We give back to our community that way as well. I do try to do some volunteer work as much as I can. I like to do more, but I wish I, you know.
Let me ask you this: do you pay taxes here in Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah. So that money that we are all making goes back to our area.
Correct.
And I
Back
think
into the infrastructure.
That's
and
right.
all that,
And
yeah.
so us tax-paying folk, that are having businesses here, it's us. You know, yeah, some of the corporations, they do some, but you know, if you have a lot of out-of-state stuff, some of that money goes right back out of there, and
Right.
It's not taxed here. It's taxed. Some of it's taxed there. So,
Right.
Just keeping our money. You know, your mortgage bill, your everything that you spend. You know, my kids are on the swim team. You know, all these events that we're doing, we're putting our time, energy, money, effort into this area, which then, you know, let's just be honest, we're also creating jobs, right? So it's us. We're dealing with the local Tucson people. We are the local Tucson people, and so I think, you know, we're all in the same pool together, so
Right.
to speak, versus, you know, people that really don't quite. You know, Tucson is a lot different than even Phoenix for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And
It
so
is.
there's. I mean, I've seen in all you guys' businesses. I'm sure you've seen, you know, Phoenix people try to come down here, and I've seen a lot of Phoenix chiropractors, Phoenix healthcare try to come down into Tucson, and many of them do not last very well and do not survive, just because it's a different market here. It takes some local.
Yeah, it does. And like you guys were talking about, you know, when it's a big corporate company and they're located somewhere else, a lot of times, you know, they're doing their bookkeeping and their insurance and all this other stuff.
Their HR, their
Yeah,
headquarters, everything.
Yeah, all
is-
that. They're doing it in Illinois
Right.
or, you know, California or wherever. Where you have a smaller business, you know, like ours, and you're doing everything here. Your HR is here, your bookkeeper's here, you know, everyone's
Absolutely.
in the community. So
Well, I think you made a comment a while back, and you said that no matter where you go, we're in the community. We're in your churches. We're in your schools. We're
Right.
in, we're in your parks with the Little League baseball team.
yeah, sponsoring your kids' teams.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
Right. So, I mean, if people in your community don't support the family-owned companies, then your community is going to fail.
Right.
Because the corporate companies are not going to put money back into their community. All they're worried about is how much money can I bring in so I can go buy this next company.
Right.
That's all they're worried about. Now, I'm not saying all corporates don't do a little something in their community, but most of them, they don't, because they don't care.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's you know, their responsibility is to their shareholders or to other people versus, you know, me. It's, you know, I got to go to my wife, and she's 50% of the business, so I got to make sure we're doing it right here. And you know, my patients, they live here. They like to know that I'm here. I'm with them. I'm in that 110 degree heat with them. We're all in.
It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And so there is a little bit of that camaraderie for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is too is like if you call a corporate company and say it's a customer that's upset, and that customer says, "Hey, I want to speak to the owner," well, you're not going to get a hold of the owner.
No.
I mean, at
right.
my office, I tell people all the time, you can call me. I'm in the office all the time, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. If I'm not there, my son's help running it, and you can talk to him. You're not going to talk. We're not going to toss you around to 5 or 6 different people.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So let's talk about some of your services that you do. And one of them that I think people are interested in is your snake removal.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So I got started in it back in Texas. I worked for Wright's Lawn Care Service, and he used to do it. And he asked me, I think I was 17. And he asked me, he says, "You interested in doing snake removal?" I'm like, do what? And I'm like, "I like reptiles. Let me give it a shot." So he trained me. Well, here it is later down the road. I wanted to do it here, but I just didn't know the right avenue to do it. I didn't know how to go to do it.
Right.
And so as a landscape company, I'm always thinking of ways, or other words, I'm trying to think of things outside the box.
Sure.
What can I provide my customers that no other landscape company can provide them? So I went to the Arizona Game and Fish and I said, this is experience I have. What do I need to do? So they gave me the procedure. I went ahead and did it. I passed. I paid for my license. And so now we have a snake removal business that's 24/7. TFD no longer does it, which is Tucson Fire Department.
Right.
They no longer do it. And so they subcontracted me because it's cheaper to hire me than it is to have a firefighter go out and do it.
Yeah.
And people ask me all the time, well, I don't understand why Tucson Fire won't do it anymore. And I explained to them, if you have fire department shows up at your house or your building and they're spending 12, 14, 15 hours trying to put this fire out, they get back to the firehouse, they're exhausted, they take a shower, they go to bed. That bell's going to ring, and now all they got to do is go and remove a snake. They're there to save our life. They are, and it saves your property. They're not there to remove a snake out of your backyard. And people got to understand when it comes with snakes, you moved in with them.
Yeah.
They didn't move in with you.
Yeah, they're already in this environment.
right.
Right. And so I do have some videos out on all my channels, and it talks about the anti-venom. And I tell them, call your insurance company to find out if your insurance will pay for your anti-venom.
Oh.
And because there was a gentleman that got bit, a personal friend of ours, he got bit on the hand, and he went to the hospital, and he had to have 3 vials of anti-venom. Each vial was $20,000. It cost him $60,000 out of his own pocket just to try to survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I tell people all the time, especially on the videos, don't try to save that $110 or that $150 because you're going to go out and try to do it yourself. So spend the $150, or you can spend $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 at the hospital. I mean, what's cheaper?
Right.
So leave it up to the professionals to do it. We don't euthanize them unless we have to. We do relocate them no further than a mile out. Matter of fact, I went on one last night. The lady had 2 of them in her backyard.
Oh, wow. Both rattlers, or
both of them?
Okay.
And both of them were probably maybe a foot long, maybe a
Oh,
little
they're
less.
little guys.
Little
Okay.
They were. And she sat on a roll of her turf, and she heard something rattle. And I always tell them up front what it's going to cost. She said, that's not a problem. So I went out there, and I looked, and I turned around, and I said, well, you have 2 of them, so this is what it's going to cost. I don't care. Remove them. So I did. And I mean, she's just as happy as she can be. And
Sure.
she's safe, her dog's safe.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to save lives.
Right.
So tell me a story. What's like the biggest one you've seen?
Oh, well, I have my phone here. I wish I could show it. There was a lady last year, 25, that lives off of Nogales Highway. And she called and said that she heard something rattle. She got a big piece of property. And she went outside, and her dog was barking. And she could hear the rattle from her back door.
Oh, wow.
And this was probably maybe, I would guess, I didn't measure it, 500 or 600 feet from her back door.
Wow.
Well, she had a wood pile, but it was above ground.
Yeah.
And as soon as we started walking out, we could hear it rattle. And I went, wow, that's big. So I
Big, and he's mad.
Yes. Yeah. So I walked out, and she pointed where the rattle was, and I looked down, and there it was. And this rattlesnake had been 6.5 feet long.
Wow.
And it was probably, I would guess, 3.
As thick as your forearm?
Yeah, because matter of fact,
Probably,
my snake tool wouldn't, I couldn't hardly grab it because it was so big. So it looked like it had just eaten something.
Yeah.
But then when I released it, it wasn't happy. It was not happy.
Right.
And I counted the rattles on it. So each rattle, just for people's information, each rattle would represent about 1 year. And he had 14 rattles on him.
Wow.
He lasted a long time out there. Wow.
I also removed a gopher snake from one of the restaurants here in town in the gutter. And again, I didn't measure it, but when I raised it up over my head, I would guess it was anywhere between 12 to 13, maybe 14 feet long.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, matter of fact, I just did one. A lady had one underneath her car, and believe it or not, the gopher snake, it's on video. The gopher snake bit me twice.
Oh, where at?
Right here, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the hand. Yeah, back of the hand.
Yep. I love doing it. I enjoy it. It irritates my wife because we get ready to watch a movie like last night, and I'm like, "Well, hold up, I got to go." And I tell my wife all the time, "Well, I got to go save the world," So, but I enjoy it. I have
But you must be busy this time of year, just in the snake removal.
Well,
part.
it's slowly getting that way.
Yeah.
Last year, I believe in 25, I removed close to 300.
Wow.
Between gopher snakes, rattlesnakes. Matter of fact, I just got one the other day that I didn't recognize it, but it looks like a coral snake.
Ooh. Okay.
And it was in a woman's bedroom.
Oh, wow.
So that to tell people to make sure you keep your doors closed, your sliding glass doors closed, your garage doors closed, because that's how they get in. And I hate for somebody to go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and get up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And not, you know what I mean?
Step on it or
exactly.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman. I got to tell this story real quick, if you don't mind. It was an older gentleman, lived out in Marana, and I went out there, and his wife, they were sleeping. He gets up to go to the bathroom. While he's standing there doing it, going to the bathroom, they had a towel rack on their toilet, right behind the toilet. And he got done doing what he was doing, and he happened to look up, and there was a rattlesnake on the second shelf staring right at him.
Wow.
Staring right at him.
Yeah.
And scared the dickens out of him. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I said, well, have you had any doors open? And he goes, no. And when his wife goes, well, that's incorrect. I've been having this back door open. It can have some breeze come in. And I said, there's your answer. So, just be careful in your house because they're in there too.
Sure.
So what are some things that people can do to prevent them from even coming into their area? So, I have a brick wall that kind of goes around, but there's a couple gates. What do you find that's effective for deterring these rattlesnakes?
There's nothing you can really do to deter them. My personal opinion is like when you go to Home Depot and you see the bags, excuse me, and it says snake deterrent or snake something or other. It's in a yellow bag.
Is the stuff that you throw on the ground?
Snake repellent. Yeah. I've tried that before. It doesn't work. So the only thing you can do is that look at your side gates. And if you have a gap on the bottom of your gate, snakes can squeeze underneath that. Look at your drainage in your backyard where your walls are, and put a screen over it, but still allow the water to go through. Put a screen over it so they can't get in.
Yeah.
Keep your trees lifted up off the ground, at least 10 foot. Now, rattlesnakes do climb trees because they're trying to go after the eggs.
Yeah.
King snakes, I've actually seen them climb block walls. They have them in my backyard, and I literally saw it climb up the wall and go down the other side.
But those are the good ones.
They are.
Yes.
King snakes will eat rattlesnakes, and rattlesnakes will stay away from them.
Yeah.
So if you get king snakes in your yard, leave them. They're your friend. Feed them.
Yes.
That's what I say.
Another thing is to, keep your yard clear of where pack rats can nest because pack rats are their food. So if they smell the pack rats, if they're going after the pack rats, they're going to be in your yard because the pack rats are in your yard. So
that is definitely an issue. Now, does your landscape company help take care of those things? Where you guys? What services do you guys offer?
Well, we do pack rat removals. We do waterfalls, water features, winter rye. If you have grass, you want winter rye in the winter. We have weed control services where we do pre-emergent and post-emergent. There is a difference in the two. Post-emergent is just to kill the weed. Pre-emergent is to sterilize the seed. So if you're looking for a pre-emergent service, make sure you stay on top of it every 6 months per the Arizona Department of Agriculture. Because you spray pre-emergent, it's not a cure-all. It's not, I got pre-emergent, I'll never have a weed again. No. You're going to have 5 or 6, 7 services every 6 months in order for you, and you're still going to have maybe a weed here and a weed there. But other than that, your yard's not going to get blown out with weeds. We have our own construction division. Wow. Right now, we're the landscape company that's redoing the Reed Park Zoo.
Oh, cool.
We've done all 3 phases. We've done the World of Play, which is the playground.
Okay.
We've done that. The parking lot. We've gone and planted all the trees and irrigation for that. And now we're working on the 3rd phase, which is called Out of Asia.
Oh, cool.
And like the bamboo itself is outrageous because I can't really say what kind of animal, but there's a certain animal they're going to be bringing in that eats this bamboo. Oh. And so a lot of these plants we have to order, they have to be quarantined for at least 14 days before we can even do anything with them.
Right.
We do concrete. We do block walls. retaining walls for like little flower beds, ponds. We'll build you a pond. They built me a pond in my backyard. I've got koi fish in it.
That's cool.
That's my getaway.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a refuge.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. I love just sitting down there because they all gather up and I go, Daddy's here. He's going to feed me. And I throw food at them and they're all like a bunch of piranhas. I mean, you name it. We have our own tree service. So we have a boom truck and a chipper.
Oh.
And we do just about anything you can think of. Right now, we're going to be working with Truly Nolan to do all their snake removals and to go out and trim trees up off of the roofs of buildings and stuff because you get the pack rats and you get the roof rats. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So we do a lot.
Yeah. Let's take a quick sponsor break and visit some of our wonderful sponsors. We will be right back with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Tucson summers don't play fair. Before you spend thousands of dollars, get the facts. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We've been your local family-owned choice for 25 years. This May, we're offering a free second opinion on any licensed HVAC contractor's quote of $1,000 or more. Get the peace of mind you deserve. Call us today at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
We are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. And Joe and I are talking with Ron Kirk with Arcadia Landscape.
We've been talking snakes and landscaping and deserts and all that good stuff.
Well, I used to be a wildland firefighter too.
See, you're just an outdoor boy, and just by the accent, I'm I'm picturing a cowboy hat. Now I don't see one on you, but that's when I hear you talking, I'm thinking, yeah, like Texas cowboy hat, chaps maybe. I don't know.
Well, I am from East Texas. I've spent more time here in Arizona than I have in Texas. I moved out of Texas at the age of 22.
Okay.
And I'm 56 now.
Okay.
I moved here with nothing. I had a credit score of a 360. I had $800 in cash. I had no car. I had no job.
No.
I had nowhere to go, nowhere to live. I slept underneath the Tanque Verde Bridge, ate at the Salvation Army, and took showers at the Triple T truck stop.
Oh wow!
And I had a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
And now here it is, many years later, and I have a lovely wife, a great son, great business, and I mean, I owe it all to my family. My family's the one that kept pushing me to be better, and now I thank them for that.
I mean, isn't that the American dream?
Yeah,
I mean, like I said,
it is.
us three business owners,
Completely.
I didn't come with anything.
Yeah.
No one gave me anything. It's just kind of work, take some hits, take some more hits, learn, try not to make the same mistakes, keep learning.
Yeah.
Everybody's got jobs that they want to do, and there's a lot of things I wanted to do. You know, everybody's got their dream when they're a kid. Oh, I want to be a firefighter, or I want to be a police officer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be in law enforcement. Well, I wound up getting in law enforcement. Well, while I was doing that, then I wound up becoming a wildland firefighter at the exact same time. And then as I'm doing that, I also worked for NASCAR for 3.5 years.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I was part of their fire and safety team.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did that for a while. And so now, my son's older, and so I'm now looking at going back and working for NASCAR part-time. I'm kind of like Ron, I work, and have no time for myself,
But it is, if you do the right work, it can be fun,
Yeah.
It's just, and it's satisfying, and you just feel like, man, I did good today. I got it done.
Yeah.
And I love that.
My grandfather told me when I was 14 years old, he said, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, sure.
And I love what I do. Do I like the politics? No. Do I like the drama? No. But I love what I do. And that's why I'm the first one in that door, and I'm always the last one to leave as the owner.
Yeah.
Most owners, they're never there. But I'm trying to set an example for my employees.
Right.
And your sons. It sounds like your sons are in the business
Oh
now
yeah,
as well.
let me tell you, he is there every morning.
Yeah.
And he leaves like at 3:00 in the afternoon, and he's exhausted. He gets the hell beat out of him. But he puts in the work. I mean, my son is a go-getter. He is motivated.
Right.
He must get that from his mother. His mom. He's got his mom's mind, her hair. He's got my looks, of course. That's why women are taking numbers and, hey, I'm next in line. So.
Well, that's exciting. It's a dream. My kids are a little younger than you guys as kids, but to have them working in the office right now, we just clean on Sundays after church. But so we put them to work, but they're not in the daily office grind. But I'm really excited to hear that there's still some of that generational business owning, and it's still small business. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's kind of like what one of the things that makes America so great.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I agree. I just got to ask you, how'd you get into chiropractic? Because you don't hear a lot of people going, well, when I was a kid, I want to be a chiropractor.
He was a roofer, and he decided not to.
Ron is right. No, and the funny thing is like people are like, oh, you get in for the money. I made way more money roofing for that. It took me like 10 years to catch up to the roofing business. But it was I've always been a learner, and I love science. And, my best friend's dad was a medical doctor, and my little brother's a medical doctor, and my best friend turned into a medical doctor, and his sister. So I thought I was going to go down that path. And I hurt my back really bad, and pain down the leg, muscle spasm, couldn't do anything. Even though I was like an athlete in college, I was just like miserable. And I went to the medical doctor, and I got shots. I got steroid shots. I got medication. And it really didn't help all that much. Some people does. To me, it didn't help much. And, I just kept cycling through that because I'm a little thick in the skull. So I had to go through that cycle a few times of getting hurt, getting a little bit better, getting hurt, getting a little bit better. And I came upon a chiropractor when I was at a home and garden show. And so my family was doing a roofing home and garden show. We were at the roofing booth. And so I was taking a break, and I saw a chiropractor. And I was dying, of course, at the time. And I said, what the heck? Because oftentimes chiropractors are the what the heck doctors. I've tried everything else, so what the heck? And I went to him, and really my life was kind of changed. So I got better, got inspired, went to college, got my degree, and my wife was my sugar mama through school, and then now she helps
It's still your sugar mama.
That's right. That's right. See, I'm 19 years next month, but
wow.
Yeah. So we've been running this thing ever since, and it's kind of now because I can empathize with patients because I know how I thought I was healthy, I was working out, blah blah blah, and I was just like I was always scared to do the next thing because it was just like, oh, if I go golfing, oh, it's gonna tweak my back.
Yeah.
If I do this, it's gonna tweak my back, and
right.
And chiropractic is really, my chiropractor showed me really how the body works, actually took some x-rays, and really kind of educated me into how to actually get this thing better. And it wasn't, I would say chiropractic is not done, for you, it's done with you. And so our patients get the best results. We work together to get them where they want to go.
Oh, good for you.
Right.
So,
good for you.
And when I come into his office and I'm all crooked or something, he's like, what'd you do?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Yeah,
I know you did something.
Yeah, well, it's not life happens, and that's why people are like, well, do I need to keep coming back? No, you don't need to, but I mean,
right.
Do you like to, how often do you take a shower? I mean, hopefully once a week, right?
Really, that often? Oh man,
ish in the summer. In the summer.
Okay.
Really that often?
But yeah, it's keeping that body going because life can be tough and life can be stressful.
Oh man, and when you have back pain and stuff, there's nothing worse than that.
It's in your head, and it's in your body, but then it's also in your head.
Yeah.
We're business owners, so if I'm like worried about this or that, I mean, we all have things, right? It's like, oh, and then it's like constantly running. It's like taking up space, and then I can't be the person I'm supposed to be, right? I can't focus on business. I can't focus on my family. I can't focus on my wife because I'm focused on that dumb thing that's bothering me.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep.
Well, Ron, tell us real quick how people can get a hold of you for your services.
You can go to Facebook, arcadia-landscape.com. You can give us a call at 520-791-0889. You can YouTube,
okay,
TikTok, Instagram.
Do you have a website that they can go to, or
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You can. It's going to be the same thing. It's arcadia-landscape.com.
Okay.
You can go in there. You can fill out what kind of services that you're looking for.
Oh, perfect.
And we can go ahead. We'll get a hold of you. We'll get some more details from you, and then that will go to one of our appropriate account managers, either be maintenance if you look for maintenance or construction, irrigation. That will get sent to them, and somebody will get in contact with you within 24 to 48 hours.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in so much, and we'll see a lot more of you now that you're a sponsor. So thank you.
Yes. You know what? I was a little nervous about being a sponsor. I never knew what it was about, and never been on a podcast. It's the second time I've done it, but I enjoy it, and especially meeting new people, especially you, Doc. I think you're a very genuine person. I really do. And I think you got a good heart.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
You'll be seeing me too.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I mean, it's removing snakes, I think it takes a special person for that. But I think deep down, all men are like snake wranglers. And so you're the one that actually is doing the job, getting the snakes, removing them from the people's places. I think it's awesome.
If you want to be trained, I can teach you.
I think I would like to. I think my wife would say not until you're retired because she needs me in the office helping people.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take another sponsor break. We will be back in just a couple minutes.
Hey, Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Arcadia Landscape has been a part of the Tucson community for over 40 years. In that time, we have grown from landscape maintenance and construction to tree services, water features, reptile removals, irrigation repairs and installations, and low voltage lighting. It's our mission to keep our community clean and educated so you and your family can enjoy it just as much as we do. No job is too big or too small. Contact us today for your landscaping needs.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Tucson summers don't play fair. Before you spend thousands of dollars, get the facts. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We've been your local, family-owned choice for 25 years. This May, we're offering a free second opinion on any licensed HVAC contractor's quote of $1,000 or more. Get the peace of mind you deserve. Call us today at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
All right, we're back. And now it's just Dr. Joe and I. And Dr. Joe, you own Wellness Key Chiropractic.
Wellness Key Chiropractic here in Tucson for almost 12 years. My daughter turns 13, so before she was 1 year old, we made the crazy journey with a sub 1 year old, started a new practice. Woo, just my wife, myself, sometimes a little kid running around 12 years ago. So that was
and I've been with you a little bit over 10 years.
Yeah, I know. So it wasn't too far off in that small little office with the ceilings that were only about 6.5 feet tall.
Right.
So yeah, you couldn't be a tall guy in my old office. Those were I mean, it was fun times, it was interesting times, it was tough times. I mean, every business owner has the story, right? And it's just, I kind of look at
your struggles make you stronger.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It kind of whittles away at you, and hopefully you can come out kind of like, like forged steel after taking so many beatings.
Right. And you have to be willing to learn too.
100%.
And you have to be willing to admit that you're wring, and there's all kinds of things that
all the time. And I consider myself like a lifelong learner. And it to me I try to get away multiple times a year. In fact, I'm going next month to a seminar where, I'm going to meet with, usually it's about 1,000 different chiropractors and other practitioners. This one's going to be in South Florida, and then they'll have speakers from different universities, both in chiropractic and outside of chiropractic. And then they come in and some in business as well. So last one I went to that was very similar to this had the Stephen Bartlett. He's the Diary of a CEO guy. He was one of our keynote speakers, and so they really able to get some high end speakers. And so again, I'm always learning. Kind of people are people, but the market changes and it kind of shifts a little bit here and there. And so what's working, and maybe what's working over here, or hey, we've been trying this and this seems to be doing pretty well, or hey, we've been working on this study here and this is what it's showing. So in fact, I was listening to a podcast before I came here today on some of the science that's coming out in. They wouldn't even call it chiropractic. This is just science. And then when you apply it to the anatomy, physiology of the human and the spine and the nervous system, you're like, oh, well, that's why chiropractic works in that way. Now we're starting to understand through science why chiropractic has been working for the last 100 and almost 35 years. So it's learning is fun. We just had Ron on here a little bit ago and learning about snakes and snake wrangling. And that's just a part of I think if you can make learning fun, which is what we're trying to do with our homeschooling with our kiddos, it's like you're constantly trying to learn and eat and grab information and process it. And I think that's healthy for all of us.
It is. It's very healthy. It's healthy for your mind. Your mind's a muscle also. You got to exercise it.
100%. And we always say in our office, motion is lotion. And so moving our body, all of our joints moving properly. But, it starts with the brain. You got to have that brain that's willing to say, you don't accept where you're at. You say, hey, I think there's something better. Maybe I'm having this issue right now, but I believe that there's something that I can do to make myself better tomorrow, better 6 months from now than I am right now. And it's having that hope. And That's what we say. We used to say that we're hope dealers instead of dope dealers, because we're trying to instill, hey, your body's able to heal, and so maybe you've been dealing with this for 10 years, but if we can maybe find out maybe some habits, maybe some issues with your body that we can kind of gently correct and start moving better, that you can be a better version of yourself, a week, 2 weeks, a month from now than you were beforehand.
Fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about working outside this time of year.
Yeah, here we are.
The heat is here. I mean, today it's a little bit more mild, but definitely
today's beautiful. We have that cloud cover, but
it's not going to last.
No, and off camera here, we were talking about shoveling rock. Both Ron and I have had the joy, or he's going to be having the joy here of.
I'm going to finish it up tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shoveling 10 tons of rock, and so what do you do to prevent? I guess dehydration, hypothermia, that type of thing, when we're talking about working out in the sun in 100-degree weather. And so for us, it was, of course, let's just be smart. Most Tucsonans now are carrying a bottle of water. If you're not, you should be. I have mine right here. Talking a lot is actually one of the ways that our body also gets rid of a lot of moisture. And so as you're breathing, if you're breathing heavy, if you're talking a lot, moisture is actually coming from your mouth. And so you need to replenish that.
Sure.
If you're in the sun, of course, we're sweating. And so I love adding electrolytes to my water. So if you go to my car right now, I have an ice water with electrolytes that I'll be kind of sucking on throughout the day as I'm moving around.
Right.
But especially if you're working outside, staying hydrated before you work, kind of a little bit during, and then, of course, afterwards. I think that's essential. But I think just as much as the waters, having enough water is important, I think it's really important to make sure that your body is ready for the task at hand.
Yeah.
And so, we can even go back all the way back to sleep. I think sleep is absolutely essential, because we've all had those days where we just, we thought we did okay, but then, we're just like groggy, and it's like, I just didn't get enough of the deep sleep, or, something was on my mind, or I wasn't restful.
Yeah.
And, you might have been in bed for the 8 hours, but it was like just poopy sleep, right?
Yeah.
And so getting good sleep, we can talk about that at a different time, but I think that's a good foundation. But before you go work outside, before you exercise outside, before you do X activity outside at 100 degrees, you got to make sure that your body's ready for it. And so you're hydrating beforehand. One of the things that we do, and so I try to keep my body like a machine, because I need to use it for work. I know you do too as well, Ron. Many of us do. But then also, there's just things that we got to get done. So the rock has to happen. That pile can't. I mean, you've seen those piles staying there for a long time, but the pile should not stay there forever. You got to get the work done. So how do you minimize injuries, and how do you recover faster? So for us, it's about doing crunches. And so we're not talking these full sit-ups like, in gym class where someone holds your knees and you come all the way up and go way down. No, we're talking about laying flat on the floor and then just contracting your abs and moving your spine into a C. And so what we're doing is you are literally moving those the vertebra and the disc in between, and the discs don't have a direct blood supply, and so they work by a process called imbibition. And so you've heard of like imbibing water, but basically what you're doing, it's kind of like a sponge. And so by kind of moving and contracting the spine, you can actually kind of force some of the yucky products out and some of the good nutrients and water in to the disc, getting that disc warmed up and ready to go before you go out and do that job.
Right.
That's one thing that I would certainly do. Two, making sure that you're having a proper breakfast. Now, yesterday we do smoothies almost every day at our house.
I don't eat breakfast very often.
And so then making sure you get enough water, maybe some electrolytes, and then maybe, for you, if you're going to be doing a job like that, I'm going to recommend creatine. And, Ron and I are over 30. Let's just put it mildly. So, creatine, protein. Yeah, barely. Creatine, protein, and collagen. And so these are all things that you can get at Costco. Really inexpensive. Do that. I like to throw it in some coconut milk, or you can whip it up with a smoothie and maybe put an avocado, coconut milk, some green in there. Yesterday I did a triple B. So I did broccoli, blueberries, and bananas. And then I added a whole avocado, coconut milk, and then, like I said, the creatine, the collagen, and the protein.
Oh, wow.
Takes 6 minutes to make it. I make 64 ounces in the Vitamix. Right now, I believe Sam's Club has these wild blueberries. Oh, man, they're so good.
Really?
It's like a blueberry on steroids, but smaller. So it's like this tiny little thing, but it's like 3 times as much blueberry flavor. So really, really good. Make that smoothie. I chug that. I actually chugged a second one for lunch, but that way I know I'm getting the nutrients, I'm getting some fiber in there, and then I'm getting, like I said, the creatine for those muscles. So you're going to be using those muscles like crazy.
That's true. Yeah.
If you're, for example, shoveling, like you will be doing and like we've done here in the past, trying to switch sides. And it's, we tell ourselves that, but are you actually doing it? So
not very often.
Right.
Because you're just
we have
so
our dominant
used to
hand.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so, stabilizing everything with the core, when we are shoveling, for example, that twisting motion like that is the weakest motion for the disc. So discs don't really love that rotation. There's an exercise that we teach our patients called wobble exercise. Think of it like brushing your teeth for your spine. That's something I'd recommend doing before and then even after that activity. And so just getting that spine warmed up so that way when you do the activity, it's ready to go. You'll get better performance, and two, you're going to have less injury. Because if you go there, it's like starting an engine just slamming on the gas right away.
Yeah,
the engine is not designed for that. If things are going to break, it's not going to be good. You got to warm the thing up a little bit.
Right.
Doing that, like I said, is going to prevent injury. You're going to have better performance, and then doing it afterwards. And so I think that the biggest thing, especially for us people over 40, is we want to be able to do something the next day. Because if you've done a hard activity, yesterday or heaven forbid even 2 days ago, and you did not properly recover, you're going to feel that muscle achiness, soreness, and the recovery is going to be slower. And then again, when you're hurting, you're not able to do your job as good as you should be doing.
You're not concentrating.
Right. So certainly after a big activity like shoveling rocks, maybe it's just even going on a 40-mile bike ride, doing something almost immediately after that before your body completely cools down. I like those wobble exercises, doing that and then hydrating immediately. And then if you can, laying flat on the ground, it could be, on a floor, in your bed, whatever, if you're stinky, go on the floor, right? And then you should have a curve in the back of your neck and the curve in the back of your lower back. If you put a couple of rolls in there after you do something like heavy lifting for a couple of hours, or say you are bent over a bike, you are not in normal anatomic position. And so if you find yourself doing that thing, which you may enjoy doing or you may have to do, then, if you do the crime, you got to do the time. And so you got to put it back. And so doing those exercises, wobble exercises, you can find them on our website, wellnesskeychiro.com, or just look at Wellness Key Chiropractic wobble exercises. You'll see it. But if you do those wobble exercises and you land those rolls, you're going to take some of that tension, that stress off that spinal cord. And it's all about communication. Now your brain's able to talk to those muscles more efficiently, faster, better. You're going to have that body in a better alignment. And so as your body's cooling down, it's going to cool down in a better position, kind of like Jell-O setting up, right? Okay. So do you want to set up Jell-O in your lounge chair where you're looking like a turtle, or do you want to set up Jell-O in the proper position, right? And so, don't go look for the remote control and sit in the recliner. Go lay on the floor. If you need to watch TV or whatever, do it. But try to keep your chin up and arching your low back. That's going to help you recover so much faster.
All right, interesting, cool. Well, let's take another quick break, our last sponsor break for the show, and we will be back in just a couple minutes.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Arcadia Landscape has been a part of the Tucson community for over 40 years. In that time, we have grown from landscape maintenance and construction to tree services, water features, reptile removals, irrigation repairs and installations, and low voltage lighting. It's our mission to keep our community clean and educated so you and your family can enjoy it just as much as we do. No job is too big or too small. Contact us today for your landscaping needs.
All right, we are back, and we're talking about all kinds of chiropractic things and working outside and doing all that stuff.
Recovering faster and just really having a body that works for you, so that way you can do what you want to do.
So let's talk about, a lot of us are getting older. I mean, you don't have a choice. You either don't get older,
perhaps a little grayer.
Yeah. But, you start having these different issues, you start getting stiff, or, your range of motion isn't what needs to be. And just tell us, how you go about, working on some of those things.
So, when we're younger, we're invincible and our bodies are healing at a higher rate and we have more stem cells, and all of these things are working for us. As we get older, those injuries that we had in football and soccer and track and everything else start to catch up with us, including the motor vehicle accidents that we thought we were fine. And then now that, 10, 20 years later, my shoulder has never been the same and it's stiff and you can't raise it above your head. And so mobility, like we always say, motion is lotion. Mobility and full range of motion is really the best. And so through chiropractic care, that's really, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you try to look all the way to your right, and then you look all the way to the left, and maybe you have a spouse, have someone there looking at you, you may feel the tension, and maybe you don't, but because you've been living with it for 10 years,
right?
But your spouse, your friend will be able to see, hey, there's a deficit on one side versus the other. You're leaning your ear without twisting your nose over to the side, your lateral flexion of your neck. We're going to look to see, is that motion normal? Because
and you take pictures.
Oh yeah, we
office.
do. We do posture pictures. We do 12 range of motions, and we can compare those, and we can see. And then if, I'll be asking you as we're doing the exam. Does it even? Some people they've been living with it for so long that it might be 15% on one side and nearly normal on the other side, and they don't even recognize it because it's been so long. But then I'll have them do it in a full length mirror, and they're like, oh,
you're right.
Or the ladies who the purse just kind of keeps slipping off the shoulder. Especially if they put it on the other side, which I tell them to, you should be flipping that purse or that book bag on one side versus the other. You should be doing it every other day, because if you do it on one side, you're gonna end up like those old mail carriers who have their shoulder hugged up to their ear, right?
Yeah.
And so those postural abnormalities are going to lead to functional deficits, or they're going to lead to motion problems. And those left unchecked over time are the reason why most people can't go against a wall and, like a clock, bring their arms all the way over their head, touch their biceps to their ears with everything still touching the wall. Most people, they're going to bring their hands forward. They're going to have to bend their elbows, and that you'll see they'll be at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something,
right?
Because they can't quite get their arms all the way up, because over time they've lost that range of motion. That's going to be the shoulder that's going to cause them problems, because the one time that they need to go use that range of motion quickly, stopping a dog, catching themselves when they fall, they're going to have an injury there. And so we can prevent those things. And of course we can help people after those accidents, but man, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right?
Right, exactly.
So if we can see some of those deficits beforehand, then we can really stop some of those problems from ever getting there at the end. And so one of the things that we do is, not only do we do chiropractic care in our office, which I think is great, and I'm a fan. I've been getting adjusted for the last 18, 19 years. Every week, except for the last 2 weeks when my chiropractic partner was out of town. But I do recommend chiropractic for everyone, and this is not a plug for me. This is anywhere. If you're listening in China right now, they should be getting adjusted as well. It's because you're a better human when your body is working and moving better. And so getting that body moving better. And then we do rehab exercises afterwards. And Ron's been a part of that for a long time. And so figuring out, what do I need to get working better? It's not just your spine. Maybe it's that right shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, I know we work on those type of things quite a bit. I'm even lately right now with the allergies adjusting ears. Ears can be adjusted. It's weird. And they even make some of that big popping sound sometimes, but people, they report draining better, having less allergy symptoms. And it's just, again, your body's working better. You're having some of these less symptoms. So this coming Saturday at 10 a.m., we're going to be having, actually, it's going to be June 6th, I think it is. At 10 a.m., we're going to be doing yoga. It's free, completely free at our office. There's no plug. There's no cell. It literally is just people trying to get healthier. And so if you're in that group of people, come check us out. Come to yoga. One of our patients is a yoga instructor. She comes and teaches for us once a month. And so on Saturday morning, we do some yoga. We stretch it out. I'm very honest. In fact, I'm often too honest. I'm usually like, I don't want to go do this on a Saturday. I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. By the end, I feel so much better.
You feel better, yeah.
My mobility has increased. When your legs are moving better, you have less tension on your back. When your hamstrings aren't so tight, your back and your butt aren't so tight. And so all these things are interconnected. We have fascia that goes all the way through. And so I think yoga is a great way. I know I'm a dude talking about yoga, but it's something I never thought I'd be doing. And here I am over 40. I really look forward to those yoga sessions because I know afterwards my body works so much better. My daughter's a fantastic swimmer, but you start doing the same motions over and over again. Even as an athlete, she was like sore as a 12-year-old girl who's third in the state for swimming.
Right.
She was sore the next day because we're doing motions and positions which look pretty benign if you're watching her do them, but just holding certain positions, she wasn't used to it.
Right.
And it's kind of stretching out some of that fascia, but it allows her to be a more well-rounded and then prevent some of the injuries that if she just does one motion all the time that she's going to have.
Sure. I can understand that. I mean, especially with cycling.
100%. Right. Yeah. Bending over and just pumping the legs.
Just pumping your legs, doing that one motion.
So one of the things, in fact, I'll be posting the video later on this week, is for the people who are walkers, which I love, runners or cyclists. It is a forward-backward motion.
Right.
You are doing very little lateral movement. We are meant to do some lateral motion. And so what I always recommend for those people is to spend a minute or 2 minutes in each direction moving sideways. So it kind of like a crab does, but essentially I want you all the way up. So don't be kind of hunched over. You see people doing it with the bands around their knees. You don't even need that. Find a level piece of ground, go for a minute or two. I do it walking with my dog almost every day. And so I'll walk sideways. I'm that weirdo in the neighborhood that's walking sideways, walking the dog. But it is in that motion, that lateral motion of my hip, my pelvis, my sacrum, that takes some tension off my back. So I bend over patients all day long.
Right.
And so it's just forward to backward, just like riding a bike. And so when I do this lateral motion, it takes the tension right out of my spine. And so that's an easy thing that people can spend a minute or two in one direction, a minute or two safely in the other direction. For some of my really older, I have several patients over 90 years old. And so they seem to think that chiropractic is helping them. One of the things I have almost all of them doing, if they're able to do it, is find a wall or a hallway in their house, try to get upright against it and walk sideways.
Okay.
Because the same thing for them. If we can prevent some of those falls, and if we can work on some of their stability, that's gonna help them, again, prevent the falls. And once you fall and you're older, research shows that it's kind of downhill from there.
Yep. Let us know real quick how people can get a hold of you for your services.
It is so easy to find people these days. I love it. AI is controversial, but I mean, if you want to find us on ChatGPT, we're usually one of the top ones in Tucson. If you want to look at Google, we have almost 500 5-star reviews. So you can search Wellness Key Chiropractic, top chiropractic in Tucson. You're going to find us. We have 1,000 YouTube videos. You can see it. We've been doing this for a while now. And again, if we help enough people get what they want, you can certainly get what you want. And so Facebook is certainly there. We're near the Tucson Mall, so by the Rita Racetrack. We're the first building right there, right off the loop, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's why we got that building, because we also enjoy, when the kids were young, pushing them in strollers. Now riding bikes, taking walks. Tucson is definitely set up for that. But Tucson, if you look for a chiropractor, if you're looking for a chiropractor, Wellness Key Chiropractic, we'd love to be your chiropractor. We'll work hard for you. We'll try to make it easy for you. But give us a call, set up a time. We'd love to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah. All right. That's another episode of Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday